Secondly, the second part in our presentation is talking about the figurative language. It's a very important part in your curriculum, and you have to study very well because it's very, very important. You may find this part of this part of the course in the part of use of language, and in the reading section he may ask you a question about the figurative language. So what's figurative language? What are the items I have to study in this part of the course? Simile. What's simile? Simile is comparison of two things using like or as, or comparing one thing to another using like or as. For example, the metal twisted like a ribbon. She is as sweet as candy. If you look to the two examples, you can find that I'm trying to compare two things together. For example, in the second example, I compared her to the candy, telling or mentioning the adjective between as and as. So this is clear simile because of comparing two things to another, comparing two things using as and like. Metaphor. It means comparing two things, and two things are compared without using like or as. So I compare two things with each other without using like and as. So it's very it's very near in the meaning to the word simile, but the difference is in like and as. For simile, I have to use like and as, but for metaphor, I will not use like and as. Examples: all the world is a stage. If I said all the world is like a stage, it will be a simile. But when I said all the world is a stage, this is metaphor. Number 2, her heart is a stone. Her heart, is a stone. So this is clear metaphor. What's more? Personification is one of the figurative language also, or the figures of speech. It means giving human traits to the object or ideas. Giving the human traits to the objects or ideas. For example, the sunlight danced. Water on the lake shivers. The streets are calling me. If you look to all these examples, you can find that I gave the human traits to these non-living things to personalize the meaning. So this is the meaning of personification. Hyperbole. It has another meaning, which is exaggeration. It means actions that are impossible to happen. Actions that are impossible to happen. When you over-express the meaning to refer to a certain meaning, this is hyperbole or exaggeration. For example, once I heard about my success news, I flew in the sky. It's impossible to do something like that. But I'm telling you this meaning to express to what extent I was very happy. My house is 1,000,000 miles away. It's very impossible. It means it's very, very, very far, and it cannot reach to this stage. It cannot reach to this extent. But I'm telling you this meaning to express that my house is very, very far. I'm so hungry, I can eat a cow. It's also impossible thing. It cannot be happen. It cannot be happen at all. Completely unreal. Completely unreal. But I'm telling you this meaning to give emphasis on the meaning of being very hungry. Onomatopoeia, the words that make sound, a word that makes a sound, such as splat, ping, slam, pop, bow, hiss, roar, ring, flap. You know, when I tell you the car is roaring, this is onomatopoeia. When I say the siren was wailing all the night, wailing is one of the onomatopoeic words because this word expresses or gives or makes a sound. So it's onomatopoeia. Let's have a quiz on the figurative language to see to what extent you understand the meaning of these words. Which figurative language is used in the following sentences? Number 1. She was as white as ghost. Which figures of speech is in this sentence? Is in this sentence? It's what? It's simile because of using as. Number 2. He drew a line as straight as an arrow. It's a simile because of using as and comparing two things together. Number 3. Knowledge is a kingdom, and all who learn are kings and queens. So this is what? This is metaphor because I expressed or I compared the knowledge to the kingdom, but without using like or as, so it's a clear metaphor. Number 4. The sun was beating down on me. The sun was beating down on me. Which figures of speech? This one is personification. Number 5. A flag wags like a fish hook in the sky. This one is what? This one is simile because of using like and comparing two things together. Number 6. The clouds smile down at me. It's clear one. The clouds smile down at me. So which one? Which figures of speech? It's excellent. It's personification. It's personification. Number 7. She is as sweet as candy. This one is clear simile. Number 8. She sells seashells. This is alliteration. So what's alliteration? Because we didn't mention in our presentation. You know, alliteration is the repetition of the first consonant letter in the nearby words. Again, the repetition of the first consonant letter in the nearby words. When I say she sells seashells, you know, I'm repeating the letter S in all the words of the sentence, so it's clear alliteration. Life lesson is alliteration. When I say listening lesson, this is alliteration. Number 8, I could sleep forever. I could sleep forever. It's clear hyperbole. He cannot sleep forever. So can you tell me what's the beyond? What's the beyond meaning of this exclamation sentence? I could sleep forever. It's it means that I'm very tired, I'm very exhausted. I have to sleep for a long time. Number 9, the wheat field was a sea of gold. Was a sea of gold. This one is clear metaphor. Number 10, the streets called to him. This one is clear personification. Excellent. Excellent. 11, my trip was a dream. Yeah, this one is metaphor. Yeah, exactly. My trip was a dream. It's a clear metaphor. If I said my trip was like a dream, it will be turned to be a simile. 12. They were terrified when the lion roared. So this is clear onomatopoeia because of using the word roar. Money talks. Which one do you guess? Yeah, it's clear personification. Fantastic.